Hi everyone, my name is Radel. In this quick video, I would like to show you how to use yuniql in its simplest form, and that is using the CLI. One of the simplest distribution channel is actually GitHub. So let's try to go to GitHub and download the latest releases. So when you go to GitHub, you'll find yuniql and just try to find it. You'll see releases here and you'll see the latest version available. So let's try to click that. Then you will see a lot of variables here or packages here. Let's choose one that works for Windows. And you can see that I've already downloaded before. And while we wait, okay, so it has been downloaded now. And as I always say, there is nothing extraordinary here. yuniql comes as an executable, as a standalone executable file that you could just use out of the box. You don't need a runtime or any kind of dependencies on the machine. Our intent is to make it usable right out of the box. So now we have yuniql.exe. So let's try to see if we could access its yeah. So we've got the verbs already. That means it's usable as it is today. For this to work, we need a sample project. So I'm going to clone our project, the repository itself, because it comes with some sample projects. We are going to use a sample project that is for PostgreSQL. So we're setting this environment variable, and we're setting a connection string environment variable, which is targeting my test instance hosted in Elephant SQL. And then we're also setting for all my yuniql commands, I'm targeting PostgreSQL. You could very well pass this along the CLI, but it's just sometimes more convenient to just set it as an environment variable. So I think we're good to go. So our next step now is to say, I'm gonna call yuniql run and print some debug information. So what's going on right now is gonna pick up the workspace, run all the scripts, and goes through each and individual versions available in that project workspace. And you can check the repository and what's inside that workspace. And now we'll say, I have run my migration or my deployment, and what are the versions that has been applied to that database. And you can see we have version 0, 0.1, and 0.2. With that in mind, I think we should check it out. So this time I'm going to go to the host, and now I am on Elephant SQL. I have an account here. Um, let's go to the browser, and we should be seeing here now the tables that we have just created. Let's verify what has been the content of our schema tracking table. And here we should be saying what we actually saw in the list. So it's version 0 to 0.2 and the duration, how long the scripts has been executed. We also expect some of the tables or master data to be seeded. So typically when you put up a fresh database, you would like to have some of the lookup tables or master data seeded with data either using SQL inserts or through a CSV file, which yuniql supports out of the box for major platforms. So now you can see that it's been loaded, it's been created. Now let's try to say, I would like to clean up everything because I've done with my testing and I would like to start over. This time we're going to call yuniql erase, force it, and print some debug information as well. So what's going on right now is nothing really magical. We say, okay, I have an erase directory in this PostgreSQL project, and basically it's the script that we manually prepared for cleaning up the database. And we can of course make as much and as sophisticated cleanup script we can. Um, but then you can imagine now that the database has been erased, you may very well redeploy that as well. So now we're doing a yuniql run again, and we say, okay, now that it has been applied, I want to see what has been applied again. Do a yuniql list, and this time I say, I'm done with my testing. I want to clean it up again and start new. And then we do a yuniql erase. And when that is done, when we refresh our database here, then we should have an empty and readily usable again, a database. In the future, or at least in the next version, I plan to support yuniql destroy. So it's I think it's a beautiful pattern for dev test scenario where you have the yuniql run or yuniql apply, and yuniql list, where you show the versions applied, and yuniql erase, so you destroy the objects, and then yuniql destroy to completely drop the database, just for non-production scenario. I hope, so with that in mind, please check out our GitHub repository and follow along the latest development out there. In the next series of videos, there I will demonstrate other distribution channels and how to use them. Yes, have fun. Thank you.